lovely people, and welcome back to my channel. I swear I film one YouTube video a year, but I'm inspired because the last video I filmed had almost 1,500 views. So I got really inspired recently when I saw that. So I decided to try this again for the millionth and one time. But yeah, today, I'm out of breath already. Hold on. Give me a minute. And I apologize for the setup. It's still kind of messy. You probably can't see the messiness behind me in my mirror thing here, but there is a huge mess in here. This office has been a slow and painful process. I bought this house in 2021 and it's just been a mess. So, all right. So in today's video, I want to talk about something that has been probably the highlight of every social media platform. Even the news is talking about it, and that is anxiety. This is something I've struggled with for a really long time. I remember when I was in 4th grade, I had my first panic attack. It was so bad to the point that my throat felt like it was closing up. And for about a month, I really didn't want to eat anything because of that. So it was pretty bad. Happy to say that that was a long time ago, like 20 years ago, and things are definitely much better. But I also see that there is a lot of the same thing being talked about, right? Like if you're having an anxiety attack, go exercise. Okay, what is exercising going to do? For some people, that kind of makes anxiety worse because you get your adrenaline pumping. But for some people, like for me, that absolutely does work and I love it. So I exercise. I do squats for fun. Like literally, I will be standing in the bathroom, getting ready to shower, TMI, and do like 30 squats right then and now because, you know, I got much going up on here. So I got to get something going on back here, you know, and I'm not having surgery. I'm too scared. Today I'm going to talk about 5 ways to deal with anxiety. And these are ways that have worked for me and that I think that will work for you too. You may have heard of some of these things before, but I think that they'll be super helpful for somebody who's just looking for like a surefire way to deal with it. Obviously, if you have a lot of issues going on, you might require medication or whatever. It may not work for you. I'm not a doctor. I am just someone who's dealt with it for a long time, and these are things that work. So I hope you stay tuned and keep watching. So the first thing I want to talk about is grounding. You may have heard of this tactic before, and honestly, when I first heard about it, I was kind of weary, like, why am I going to stand there and like ground myself? So what grounding yourself pretty much is you activating your 5 senses while you're in the midst of a panic attack. So let's say you're in a panic attack and you are just too far gone in your head, you're freaking out, you don't know what to do. Grounding involves this. So the first thing you will do is look around and focus on something that you see in front of you. So let's say you are in the crowd of a lot of people, which if you're like me, you don't like being in a crowd with a lot of people. So say you're standing there in the crowd with a lot of people, you're freaking out, what do I do? So you're gonna look for something in front of you. So it could be the person next to you, what kind of shirt they're wearing. It could be the ground. You can look in the ground, see what color the floor is. So the first thing you do is activate your sight, and that is finding something in front of you that you see that you can focus on. The next thing you're gonna do, sorry, I made notes, is you're going to see if you taste anything. Maybe you have after lunch on your lips, maybe you're wearing a chapstick that tastes good. So focus your attention on what you can taste. Is it, you know, toothpaste from this morning? You know, what is it that you can taste? The third thing you are going to do is touch. You don't have to touch anybody around you. You can just say you're wearing a bracelet, just like touch your bracelet. How does the bracelet feel? What texture does it have? What color is it? And just like, you know, feel. It can even be like your hand, like touch your hand, see how it feels, touch your earring, anything. Activate your touch sense. The 4th sense you're going to activate is smell. Say you have a Chili's in the area that you're in. Do you smell the Chili's? Do you smell somebody's stinky feet? Like, what do you smell? This is all kind of just like taking your mind off what's going on, right? Like you're just like focusing on something else. And the last thing to be hearing, sorry, my handwriting's really scratchy. So what do you hear? You may be in a crowd of a lot of people, but maybe some guys on the phone talking about his company, or some moms talking to her baby. Listen to what they have to say and really focus on that. So this just kind of brings in your panic and your, too far gone in the head, you freaking out, whatever feeling that you have, and bring you back down to earth. So that way you can think clearly and get yourself out of the situation. Because if you're panicking, you'll kind of tend to like curl up and not want to do anything. So if you ground yourself and bring yourself into the present moment, you can promptly up and leave and get out of that crowd of people, or whatever it is that you need to do. So that is the first way to help with an anxiety and or panic. Second thing, which we may not all have a heart of gold and love like I do for animals, but my second thing is get a pet. I have grown up with dogs and cats my entire life, and it just kind of makes you focus on their needs, especially when you have like a dog. They literally want to be with you and want you to spend time with them. So it really helps draw your attention to be with them. I'll tell you, my Cavalier London, if I can insert a picture, I will. I got her in 2020 during the pretty bad time during the pandemic. And I went through a lot then. My family caught COVID, and it was like the stress of like the health departments and like toilet paper shortages, like imagine that. And so I got London, and I did have another dog before her, which I love, Bella. She's my rescue. But London was just like my angel sent from heaven. I love her so much. Like I just like give her kisses all the time. She's just like my cuddle bud, my best friend. I love her. But then obviously back in August of last year, I got 2 more Cavaliers because I found my favorite dog, I guess. But it doesn't have to be a dog. It could be a frog, which I don't like frogs, so I will not say that. Maybe not. It could be a cat. Cats are great. Cats, they're more independent. Some of them can be needy, but they kind of go to the bathroom themselves. They kind of like to be more standoffish and left alone. But you may have one that just wants to be in your lap all day. What I found, all of my cats have been kind of, independent and come to you when they want attention, not when you want attention, kind of deal. Dogs, on the other hand, want attention all the time. They don't care if it's them seeking it from you, you seeking it from them. Dogs love attention. You can also get like a fish, a bird. I really don't like birds or frogs, but if that's something that you like, go ahead and do it. Some sort of reptile, if that's what you want. That's just giving you a focus of somebody else to care about rather than yourself. Because we can get too far lost in our heads, and we spiral and we start thinking about situations that could have been. And like an animal really just like refocuses your attention. Like, hey, I need to take care of this thing. This thing is counting on me. It's time to take the focus off myself and focus on this creature or human, because I think they're babies. So yeah, that is my second way to deal with a anxiety attack or just anxiety, panic in general. The third thing I want to talk about, which I feel like has been talked about more recently, but maybe not to the extent that it should. My third thing is taking a break from social media. I feel like the number one thing that causes people to go into an anxiety attack or a panic is seeing somebody else living the life that they want or living the life they wish they had. It's obviously not good to be comparing yourself to other people, and I will talk about that in another video, because I'm the kind of person that just does what I please and does what makes me happy, because nobody else is living in my shoes. Like, it's literally just me in my shoes. Nobody else is in here. It's just me. So yeah, take a break from social media. You can go on YouTube, watch a YouTube video if you want, but just like, stay off your friend getting your new car, or look how much money I saved, look at this house that I bought. It just kind of brings you down, because if you're not as ahead in life as you want to be, like just getting a reminder of that is kind of like a kick, like just a slap in the face all the time. Everybody gets this stuff on their own pace, so you don't need to feel rushed. And so I think it's really important to do something else that's not social media. Spend time with your dog, exercise, clean out your closet if that's something you've been wanting to do but you've just been putting it off. We all get stuck in that TikTok loop where we watch one video and then we just keep going, and then laundry's not folded and there's a mess everywhere. Exhibit A over here tends to do that. That's me. So just take a break, do that project you've been dying to do, and you'll just feel in general a lot better for it. Your surroundings are super important when it comes, you know, to feeling good about yourself. Because if you're walking into a mess, you just feel like a mess, you know? So the fourth thing I want to talk about is just read a book or watch your favorite TV show or watch your favorite movie. Just do something that entertains you genuinely. Like, let's say example for me. I absolutely love TV shows. Like, there's certain ones that I will literally watch 100 times and never get sick of. Bridgerton's one of them. Lucifer's the other one. I know that sounds really bad, but Lucifer's a great show if you haven't seen it. The Witcher is another one that I love. There's movies that I love that I can watch over and over again. That's The Devil Wears Prada is probably my favorite movie of all time, and I can watch it 100 times. It's like my favorite movie. I also love, like, The Hunchback of Notre Dame is my favorite Disney movie of all time. So, and reading, like, I love Twilight. I know, like, you know, surprise, like, every girl loves Twilight. I also love, like, the 50 Shades series. There's some other books I love. Like, I love self-help books. Like, Dave Ramsey's one of my favorites. I love the way he talks about money. There's, like, Dr. John Deloney and a bunch of people that are just inspirational that I really love to read. So just, if you're not a reader, watch a movie, watch a show, but just, like, go somewhere in that book or in that show where you're not in your own world anymore. It's like an escape. It's a place you can go where you just genuinely feel good. And the last thing I want to talk about is get some sunshine. I know I'm not going to tell you to go outside for a run. Like, I'm not going to do that because I hate running. I hate cardio. But go outside and, like, just get some sunshine. The vitamin D, obviously wear your sunscreen because skin protecting is really important. But just, like, get sunshine, be outside, feel the sun on your skin, look at the plants and the trees around you. The vitamin D is super healthy for your immune system and just, like, all around puts you in a better mood. So if you're inside and you're feeling kind of claustrophobic and just kind of like you can't escape, literally just go outside. Like, you can sit outside, you can, you know, you can exercise outside if you want to do that. But yeah, just go outside, admire the outside. This could even be you get in your car and you know, go shopping at Ross, which is something I would like to do just to, like, get your mind off of that present moment and just genuinely, like, do things that you love in that moment. So yeah, those are my 5 ways to deal with anxiety and panic, and I hope you guys have found that super helpful. I never thought I'd be talking about this topic because it's kind of a weak point for me, and I feel like when you're someone that suffers from anxiety, it's like trauma, so you don't really want to talk about it because you don't want to be the weird one and you don't want to remind yourself of all the things that have caused you to be this way. But I think that we can use it for the better good, you know, to help other people who, you know, have never had anxiety and suddenly they do, or they've been dealing with it for a long time and they just, you know, they've never had anybody in their corner to help them deal with it. They've kind of had to do it on their own. Hope you enjoyed this video. I will be coming back soon, hopefully. I literally have a list here and then a list on the back of a bank statement of things that I want to do and talk about. Before I go though, shameless promo, this little headband here was created by yours truly. So if you want to get one for yourself, my Etsy will be listed down below. I do have a lot of requests for basic colored ones, so I am working on getting those to my shop sometime between this week and next. So check that out, and I will talk to you guys soon.